Hey everyone, today we're talking about the Skytech Gaming Shadow 5, a pre-built desktop that's actually worth the money if you don't want to spend weeks hunting for parts or dealing with sketchy builds. I know what you're thinking, most budget pre-builts cut corners on cooling, power, or the graphics card itself, leaving you stuck with something that can't even run modern games at decent settings. This one's different. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So what makes this PC stand out? For starters, it's packing an Intel Core Ultra 7 U7 270K processor that boosts up to 5.4 GHz. That's not some old or watered-down chip, it's a solid performer for both gaming and everyday tasks. I've been running it with a few browser tabs open, Discord in the background, and a couple of background apps, and it barely breaks a sweat. No slowdowns, no stuttering, just smooth performance. Then there's the NVIDIA RTX 5070 with 12 GB of GDDR7 VRAM. Now, I know the 5070 isn't the absolute top-tier card out there, but for the price, it's a solid mid to high-end option that can handle 1440p gaming without breaking a sweat. I've tested it with titles like Cyberpunk 2077, Alan Wake 2, and Starfield, all running on high settings at around 90 to 100 FPS with DLSS enabled. If you're upgrading from an older system or a console, this card is a noticeable leap forward. Plus, the 12 GB of VRAM future-proofs you for the next couple of years, especially with games getting more demanding. Storage is another area where this PC shines. It comes with a 1TB NVMe SSD, which is fast enough to load games and apps in seconds. I've got Windows, a handful of games, and a few creative apps installed, and I still have plenty of room left. If you ever need more space, there's an extra M.2 slot open for expansion, so you're not locked into just one drive. Cooling is handled by a 360mm ARGB AIO liquid cooler, which is way better than the tiny fans you'd find in most budget pre-builts. I've pushed this system hard with stress tests, and the temps stay well under control. The case also has great airflow, so even during long gaming sessions, it doesn't sound like a jet engine revving up. The RGB lighting is a nice touch too, it's subtle but adds a modern look to the build without being over the top. On the connectivity side, you've got Wi-Fi 6 built in, which is great if you're gaming wirelessly or streaming. There's no bloatware either, which is a huge plus. I hate when pre-builts come loaded with trial software and junk you have to uninstall. This one boots right into Windows 11 clean, so you can start using it right away. The 750W Gold PSU is another standout. It's efficient, reliable, and gives you plenty of headroom for future upgrades. If you ever want to swap in a better GPU down the line, you won't have to worry about upgrading the power supply at the same time. Now, let's talk about the downsides. The brand behind the RTX 5070 might vary depending on availability, which can be a bit annoying if you're used to a specific manufacturer. Also, while the 32 GB of DDR5 RAM is great for now, it's soldered onto the motherboard, so you can't upgrade it later. If you're planning to keep this PC for a long time, that might be something to consider. Overall, the Skytech Gaming Shadow 5 is a solid pre-built that gives you great performance without the hassle of building your own PC. It's a good middle ground for gamers who want high-end specs but don't want to deal with the complexity of a custom build. If you're in the market for a new gaming desktop, this one's definitely worth a look. You can find all the details in the link below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Skytech Gaming Shadow 5 gaming PC, Intel Ultra 7 270K 5.4 GHz, NVIDIA RTX 5070 12 GB VRAM, 1TB NVMe SSD, 32 GB DDR5 RAM 5200, 750W Gold PSU, 360 ARGB AIO, Wi-Fi 6, Windows 11, desktop sounds impressive on paper. But whether strengths like Intel Core Ultra 7 U7 270K 3.7 GHz, 5.4 GHz Turbo Boost, CPU and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 12GB GDDR7 graphics card, brand may actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off.